All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to be exploring Deuteronomy 31.
A really fascinating chapter, lots to unpack.
Yeah, it's got leadership transitions, warnings, a song,
Yeah, hopefully this will be just as memorable.
fingers crossed. So, to set the scene, we've got Moses,
120 years old.
120, yep, about to hand over the reins to Joshua,
Huge moment.
like a CEO stepping down.
Except they're entering the promised land, not a boardroom.
Way higher stakes.
Definitely. And before Moses goes, he gives this powerful speech.
Oh yeah, what does he say?
Well, he reminds the Israelites of everything,
The wilderness wanderings, all that.
Exactly. The miracles, a covenant with God.
Like he's saying, don't forget what you went through.
Yeah, don't forget where you came from.
So powerful. Makes you think about what shapes our identity, right?
Absolutely. Like, what are the stories we hold on to?
Individually and as a community.
Totally. And then Moses talks about the law.
The law.
Yeah, he writes it down, tells the priests to read it every 7 years.
To everyone.
The whole community, like a public constitution reading.
Wow. To remind them of the rules.
The values that bind them together.
Interesting. Do we have anything like that today?
Good question. What rituals do we have for that kind of thing?
Makes you think.
It does. Now, here's the interesting part. God tells Moses to teach them a song.
A song.
But not just any song. It's a warning.
Oh.
Almost like a prophecy, about their future struggles. And God says this song will be a witness against them.
If they stray from the covenant.
Exactly. Haunting reminder.
Powerful stuff using a song for that.
Yeah, like art-shaping collective memory.
What are the songs in our lives that remind us who we are?
That's what we got to figure out.
Okay, but there's more, right? Didn't God say something about them straying?
Oh, yeah. God reveals they will turn away eventually.
Even after all this.
It happens. They'll forget the law, worship other gods.
And face the consequences.
It's a reminder that we're human. We make mistakes.
Even with the best intentions, yeah.
Right. It makes you wonder about faith, temptation, all of that.
Big questions.
Huge. But we'll get to those later, maybe. Right now, back to the story.
Okay, what happens next?
Well, Moses gives Joshua his charge, like a pep talk.
Before sending him off.
Yeah. Be strong and courageous.
Yeah.
God will be with you, just like he was with me.
Powerful mentorship moment.
Totally. So relevant today, this idea of passing on wisdom.
Like in businesses, families, everywhere.
Exactly. How do we equip the next generation?
Big question.
Deuteronomy 31 has some good insights on that, actually.
Oh. Maybe we should take a pause here.
Yeah, let everyone digest this.
We'll come back and explore more in part 2.
Sounds good. Back again, diving deeper into Deuteronomy 31.
Picking up with Moses, Joshua, and the Promised Land.
You know what's striking is how much Moses talks about courage.
Courage.
Yeah, he keeps telling Joshua, be strong and courageous.
Like a mantra almost.
Right, like he knows it'll take a ton of fortitude.
Meeting them into the unknown, yeah.
Yeah.
New challenges.
Exactly. New enemies, a whole new life.
It's gonna be scary.
Totally. And it's not just physical courage either.
What do you mean?
It's moral courage, too. Staying true to their values.
Even when things get tough.
Even with temptation. Like, don't compromise who you are.
We all need that kind of courage, don't we?
In everyday life, absolutely. Tough decisions, standing up for what's right.
Navigating this crazy world.
It's not about being a hero, it's about those daily choices.
Choosing to do the right thing, even when it's hard.
Exactly. And what else stood out to me?
Love that.
How Moses presents the law as a living legacy.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't just give rules, he emphasizes passing them on.
To future generations.
Yeah. He makes sure it's written down, read aloud every 7 years.
Keeping those values alive.
So smart. He gets that knowledge isn't static.
It have to evolve.
Be reinterpreted. It reminds me of storytelling,
In different cultures, passing down traditions orally.
Exactly. Our values aren't just words, they're living ideas.
And we have to discuss them, pass them on.
Which brings us back to those songs we talked about.
Right, the stories, the memories that shape us.
What kind of songs are we passing down?
Are they songs of hope, resilience?
Are we shaping those values intentionally?
Or are we letting things just happen?
Wow, that's deep. We have a choice in the matter.
And it's amazing how this ancient text
Deuteronomy 31.
is speaking to us today about these fundamental human questions.
Leading with integrity, preserving values, leaving a legacy.
Timeless stuff.
Absolutely timeless. And we'll keep exploring these ideas.
In the final part of our Deuteronomy 31 deep dive. Final part, Deuteronomy 31, still unpacking all this wisdom.
Yeah, we've got leadership, legacy, passing on values.
We were just talking about how people stray, right?
Ah, yes. God's prediction that the Israelites would break the covenant.
Even with Moses' guidance.
It is a reality check, you know?
We're human. We mess up.
Even with good intentions.
Not just individuals either.
Whole communities, nations even. Makes you wonder, what?
If that tendency to stray to err, it's built in.
Part of being human?
Maybe. But Deuteronomy offers a solution, right?
Right. You mean the song?
Exactly. Not just a song, a witness.
To hold them accountable.
Like, remember this, don't come crying when you forget.
A consequence, almost. Makes me think about today.
How we hold ourselves accountable, yeah.
What are our songs? The things that keep us on track?
Could be anything, really. A quote, a practice, art.
Something that reminds us.
A touchstone to keep those values front and center.
Because life gets busy, it's easy to lose sight.
And it's not just personal, right?
It's societal, too.
Think about holidays, monuments.
They remind us of shared values, history.
Exactly. So, as we wrap up Deuteronomy 31.
What are the big takeaways for our listeners?
Well, first, leadership is about service, not power.
Mentorship, empowering others,
Having the courage to stand for something.
and then the power of words,
Laws, songs, stories.
shaping how we see ourselves, the world.
They inspire us, guide us, hold us accountable. And finally, it's a journey. We'll make mistakes.
But we gotta stay connected to those values.
Find support, keep those commitments alive.
Nicely put.
So think about your songs, everyone. The reminders that help you stay true to yourself. And thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Deuteronomy 31. We'll see you next time.